And welcome back to Brew at 2. Welcome back to Brew at 2. It's a lovely day today. The sky's blue at the back of the blind. The birds are singing. In fact, the birds in our garden are laid out, poleaxed, sunbathing. They're sunbathing, they are. They're doing that thing where they lay on the lawn and put their arms out.
Good afternoon, folks.
Thank you, dear. Here we have the tea boy delivering his wares. I just need to write something down that I don't need to forget to tell you. I just need to write that down. There's something else as well I just thought of. I couldn't find my glasses. I've just been running around looking for them. They were on my desk all the time, wouldn't you know? Wouldn't you know? So we've got a full show today. Oh, hi Caroline. Hi Caroline. I am on my own at the moment, as you can see. T-Boy's just delivered my brew, and the other T-Boy is in Cleveland at the moment, but he will be back. He will be back. So while we're all gathering, while we're all catching up with the notifications, I'm going to read out some of your comments that you've already put on. So first of all, thank you to Stephen Gately for the super chat, which is put right at the top of the show. Happy birthday for the 18th of May to Linda Cooper. Apparently, let me write that down. 18th of May, Linda Cooper. Apparently, I was asked to do it last time and didn't, so I'm sorry. We've got Marcus, we've got Jacqueline Buist, who says, we shall have to watch you on Catch Up later. Can I say hi to Harrison? He loves a sour challenge. Well, he probably loves one more than I do. We've got Steve Tiny Blythe, who is off work today and looking forward to joining in. We've got Donna Blythe, and it's her and hubby Stephen's anniversary tomorrow. It's mine today, which is why I've got my medal on, but more about that in a moment. Let me write that down. I'm trying to. Stephen Blythe, 24th of May. We've got, who else is here? We've got Claire Haley, we've got Deborah Webster, we've got Fiona Crockett, we've got Lady Helen. Lady Helen is in the house, so all on your best behaviour, please, if you don't mind. I think I said Fiona, didn't I? Fiona Crockett. Caroline James, my compatriot vloggerette. We've got Dazza1972, Christine. We've got Jenny Pearson. We've got Joanne Bate. Oh, you've got a big event coming soon, haven't you, Joanne? I've got a note. We've got Mike Finch. We've got BC Dave, Mark Dodsworth, out and about UK, Elizabeth Hodgson, and Carol. Phew. Before we go any further, I have a sincere apology to make, because it would appear that despite my best interests, I've upset somebody. So I am fully chastened and really repentant. So Joe the Pub Chaser had put a comment on last time's Brew at 2, and Joe the Pub Chaser said, I used to love Brew at 2, but then had to start putting hello 4 or 5 times when other known names get all their texts read out. I even sent £10 for sweets once, and I said that somebody else's name had sent it in. So I apologised profusely and got another comment from Joe the Pub Chaser, because I didn't recognise the name. Says, I've changed the channel name. I donated money for the sour sweets. That's when we were doing it the first time, a long time ago, so I could get the sourest sweets. I remember tuning in and someone else's name being mentioned for the money. Then a few weeks following, saying hello and getting nothing, and the regulars get mentioned. Well, I'm sorry. I can only apologise. I really try my hardest to make sure that I include everybody. And if I've got the comments coming up on, because I can read it better. I've got comments coming up on this. I've got a script that I'm sort of loosely trying to get keep up with. I'm trying to answer everybody and I'm trying to do everything all at the same time. So there's only a limit. There's a limit that my little tiny brain can keep up with. So if anybody feels that I've missed him off, I'm ever so sorry. I'm ever so sorry. There's Mike Finch, there's Lindsay Kane Whaley, Karen Bonner, I think I might have mentioned Karen, Adam Davey, Aldo, and everybody. So some names I will recognise more than others. James Thornby has just tuned in. Others will be kind of quite new to me. So please rest assured, if you're watching and if you're here with us, you are all very welcome. There is plenty of space in the battery for another bat or 2 or 3. Yes, Heather's got 2 mugs for Brew at 2, and I believe we put you on last week, didn't we, Heather? Yes, Heather. Check last week on my notes. It says check that Heather is on the bat map. So I think we did that last week. If you only knew what I'm going through, you won't believe what's going off in my little noggin. Kevin can't even cope with 1 question at a time, so I don't know how he'd go on. He'd be lost. So anyway, onto my medal. You will be wondering why I'm wearing my medal. Well, this is my winner's medal. Because today it is my 31st wedding anniversary. Yes, people, I know I don't look old enough. I don't look old enough to have been married 31 years. But strange but true, yes I have. So no, I didn't get any Lego for my wedding anniversary, Lorraine. That's a good point, that's a good point. I didn't get any Lego flowers, so the silence at the moment is deafening. It's lovely. I've got perfect peace and quiet. Oh, that was the other thing I was going to tell you. Because the T-Boy in training has gone to Cleveley's at 1:30. He said, I don't have to be there spot on the dot of 2 o'clock, do I, Jane, for Brew at 2, because I need to just pop to Wilkinson's to get some paint for Mary. I'll tell you about Mary in a minute. So I'm wearing my medal. 31 years of married bliss. Oh dear me. Yes, 31 years of married bliss. So somebody that I know quite well had said on the Facebook thing that Kevin had put on, you are the most perfectly suited couple that I know. Exactly, Jenny. 31 years of Kevin. So anyway, enough of that rubbish. I'm sure we'll have part 2 when he turns up. So we'll go on to bats, shall we? So I don't know whether you can quite see with the camera at the angle that I've got it at, but all the family is all with us in the top of the shot, and you'll see that there are 2 little brown bats up there as well, and they're the lovely little National Trust bats that I picked up on one of my recent visits to Mr. Higgitt's Burger Emporium. So we've got all our bats in residence. Did you make a cup of tea? What do you think, Dazza? So Brew at 2 spells bat. And if you've got a Brew at 2 cup, you're on the Brew at 2 bat map. So I've got those, and that is my last half a star out of the packet of stars that I bought when we first started doing this. So I'm going to go to the stationers and I'm going to get something else star-shaped to write us bats on, and then I'm going to do what somebody suggested, and I'm going to extend the board, and then we'll have whatever, because it might be circles or it might be pointy stars, it might be something different. So we'll have whatever the next packet are round the edge, I think. So there you go, Heather. Heather from Manchester, you're right there. I know we did that last week. And there's Carol somewhere as well, because Carol bought the other one, didn't she? I think I've got the names right. The other thing as well that you've got to remember is that I am useless at names. I've lost count how many bats it is now, Liz. And the other thing you've got to bear in mind is that some of the people that are on YouTube have a different name to your real name. So for example, Aldo just put a comment on, and he says Kevin is the glue that holds it all together. But Aldo, of course, is not your real name, is it? So I've got to try and connect who is who to who. Carol. No, that's not that Carol. There's another Carol somewhere. Anyway, everybody should be on there. So everybody that has a mug that has bought one of these and supports our little channel is on the map. So that brings me on to a drum roll and a fanfare and today's new bats. Let me see if I can stand that there. See if I can stand that there a second. So I have 2 new bats to put on. Today. So I've got a bat to add from Carol Ferrell in Gateshead, and I had a visitation as well, so we'll put Carol on first. In fact, I'm thinking that might be you, Carol. Have you already got a mug? I'll pop that one up there, and then we know who you are. I bet you've got a mug for you and a mug for your hubby. That's going to cover that up now, isn't it? I'll pop that down there, and then when we start the extended board, we'll I'm going to have to cover County Cork up, I'm sorry. We'll proceed. There you go, Carol. You've got one there. I think that's you, Carol in Gateshead, and there's another one there. So I reckon that's a husband and a wife, that one. So the other one, I had a visit from Martin and Hannah, who came to see me at the venue, which was quite funny actually. It was not Thursday just gone, the Thursday before. So as I went out, I thought to myself, shall I take a mug with me? I'm going to need a mug. And I thought, well, nobody's contacted me today. So I'll probably be all right. So I bet I'd only been sat down about 1/4 of an hour and in the walk. So I sent an SOS to T-Boy in training, who I think is just coming upstairs, and said, can you come and fetch me a mug, please? And do you realise that means now? And up you turned, didn't you, darling?
No, I didn't.
Oh, it's not. It's the senior one. Goodness, I don't know who washes up in this fine establishment.
Your husband.
But that's still got lipstick on it from the last time I used it.
Your husband.
And I've not got any lipstick on today. Goodness gracious me. Shabby. We'll have to get new staff, I think.
Fine.
I think we'll need to get new staff. I think he needs a new... It needs a new dish... No, it doesn't. It is a new dishcloth. Peggy's got plenty. I'm only kidding. So, Martin and Hannah came in with their little baby Tuppence, Cora, and they live in Selby. So they went away with their mug, and they were on holiday at Carla Gran, and they'd come to the venue for the first time for food after seeing my videos there, and had really enjoyed it. And they'd had the French onion soup at the venue and said it was really nice. So I had that the other day when I went in, and I have to say it was delicious. I really enjoyed that. The only thing is, T-Boy had it the week before, and he'd had a bit of a smaller bowl, so the crouton was...
Sat as a lid.
The single crouton was sat as a lid, so it was crisp and he could just lift it off. And mine was in a little bit bigger bowl, so the crouton had gone soggy and dropped in. Still nice though. I think I would have preferred a crispy crouton. Here he comes. Here he
Oh,
comes.
sorry, I'm late.
Round of applause.
Sorry, I'm late.
I've got a complaint.
Yes.
Would you like to come here?
Yes. Yes, do I need to sit down on my three-legged stool?
I'd like to issue
Merry Christmas.
a formal complaint to the washer-upper. This has
Right.
still got lipstick on it from last time I used it.
Oh, don't tell everybody. Tell
I've
me.
already done them.
Oh.
And I haven't got lipstick on today.
And I'm quite good at washing up. Rubbish at making tea, but...
One blames one and the other blames the other.
Has he blamed me already? Oh, Derek.
He's already blamed you, Kevin.
Derek.
He's already blamed you. Yeah, so welcome to the new
I don't
house.
bother washing them.
yeah.
And this is Peter Trevina, who is joining us all the way from Australia.
Sorry, I'm on last push. I couldn't find anything for your birthday. So.
Is that for me or Gladys?
Well, for Gladys it'd be a toilet cleaner, for you it'd be a toothbrush.
Toothbrush, honestly. Honestly.
Not good. I've got decency to blush, haven't I? Eh?
And he's had his haircut.
No.
They've both had their haircut.
Trouble is, when
What
you
booking?
when you have one coat, you realise it's been holding all other ones up, doesn't it?
I don't know. Christine says you've got to behave.
Who?
Christine.
Christine?
She's as bad. What was I going to say then?
I've no idea.
And Deborah says, I hope that's not for your anniversary, Jane. I don't know what you'll think, Deborah, but looking at his face, I think that's for my anniversary.
No, it's not for your anniversary. I'm just nipping out to see what else there is.
When you've been married as long as we have, you don't need presents, you just need a medal. medal.
It's the thought that counts, isn't it?
Medal.
It's the thought that counts, isn't it?
Medal. So,
And I did think about
Moving
you
on.
something.
and the feeling passed off. The
Yeah.
feeling passed off quickly. I'll just show you this, just for a little bit of, for June. This is for June. This little bit of toilet humour for June. I've got a new bag. So I was putting, as you know what us women are like, you kind of start decanting stuff out of one handbag into another bag. And you find all kinds of grime and junk in the bottom of it, and bits of tissue and paper clips and pound coins and things. Well, in the bottom of my handbag, I found this.
And I said, what on earth have you got that in your handbag for?
Strange, but true.
Beats Brenda hands down, that one.
So it was still sat on my cupboard. So I thought I'd just show you that before I put it back in the bag.
Just in case anybody said, oh, Jane, do you think
Well,
this is all right?
In-
Oh, check my handbag.
So if you'd like a diagnosis, check me and I can diagnose you at any time, any place, anywhere. But we could use it in conjunction with the toilet roll brush, the toilet brush.
Yes. Toothbrush.
Yes. Yes, you need that one in particularly with a number 6 and a number 7, which is fluffy pieces with ragged edges and watery no solids.
Well, I had one the other day.
A toilet brush.
No, you know what? And the one that I use has got a screw top, so you can take top off it and use it like a stick and beat it up so that it goes round bend first. We've not started, have we? We've started, haven't we? I've just said that on air. Oh! Rewind.
Here we go. Oh dear me, it's not Gladys this week either.
Is it us?
But while we're on the subject of Gladys, somebody, Alan, that we know, who lives
Alan Merrill.
he lives in Blackpool. He's moving to Cleveland. Had seen Brew at 2 for the first time last time, and saw Gladys. And met Gladys.
Everybody's
And
stopping
when-
me and saying that you're not in a dress today.
And when we saw him after Brew at 2, it just looked completely bemused, didn't it? He said, "What on earth's all this Gladys stuff and all this toilets?" Well, what
what?
brought it on?
I've lost a lot of friends, haven't I?
It's getting a lot of very strange looks. What brought it on? Some time ago, I think it was when we were somewhere at the end of the coronavirus pandemic, I happened to comment that the toilet roll
Of choice.
was getting more expensive and seemed to be poorer quality. And this is what I normally buy, this. So it's gone...
And you've got to complain about that
I
one.
have. It's gone up and up and up and up in price, and I think personally that the quality of it is not as it used to be. So you will all know that we have our shopping on a Tuesday, and when I did my shopping order online, $6.95.
It's a lot, isn't it?
It's a lot of money for a packet of toilet roll. So this is where Gladys was born, you see, because I said we've got to find a cheaper alternative, but which one do you buy, because there's so many. So we started researching toilet rolls.
Yeah.
Never leave us unattended, because you never know what we might come up with, might you?
Exactly.
So,
A washable plastic scraper would be cheaper.
exactly. Koala? Is that what you? Oh yeah, I think it is called koala. Down under, isn't it? It's the same. It used to be called charming.
Charming.
It used to be called charming. In Britain, and then they changed it to Cashel, but I think you do call it koala, don't you, in Australia? Exactly. Aldo says these are the consumer tests that we need to know about. So we are researching very scientifically which is the best. Yes, Christine, Tesco might be luxury and soft and huge rolls, but how soft are they? That's the other question that you've got to ask, isn't it?
Shall we find out?
I think that's the only thing that we've been missing, really. We've not been doing a softness test, have we? So this week when I had my shopping
Subjective,
delivered,
isn't it?
yeah, it's subjective. This week when I had my shopping delivered, I had a 9-pack of Cashel. I had a 9-pack of Sainsbury's. I can't say, we've had these before, and I can't say these are as soft, but we'll see. We'll see. And I also bought a 4-pack of Nicky toilet rolls. These, I believe, are different to the Nicky that you get in Home Bargains. These are from Sainsbury's. So I said to Kevin...
If there's any doctors watching, I'd like a diagnosis, please.
I said to Kevin, did the guy that brought the shopping ask who got diarrhoea? Especially if you'd have seen what's on our drive.
I notice how you send me to the door every time they come.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So yes, so next time we meet for Brew at 2, we will be doing the next episode of...
Brew at 2. Gladys. I can't do it. I can't do it. I've not been able to do it since, have I?
I don't know. It's not too bad. You'll have to practice.
Just tighten the shoulders.
Just shh.
You'll have to practice. So that's what we're doing next time.
I did practice and I sounded like Orville, didn't I?
Yeah. So, messages and shout-outs next. Messages and shout-outs next. So on the 29th of May, big shout-out for Joanne Bate. If you're watching this, you might be thinking she's actually a man. She's not. She's not Gladys on a bad day. She goes by the name of Cyril Bate, and I'm fairly sure I've seen your name on our roll today, haven't you? I'm sure you've said it's on. I've seen your name on here somewhere, Joanne. Or Cyril. Cyril's not Cyril, Cyril's Joanne. Are you with me? Are you with me?
No, you lost me.
I'm sure she is. Oh, Peter says the rougher the better. Toilet roll.
Isle.
I can
Your Isle water.
Yeah, exactly. Your Isle water. Deborah wants to know whether you're as batty in real life as you are on the video.
No, it's worse.
It can be worse.
Was it Caroline that stopped us and wondered exactly the
Yes,
same
yes.
question?
Caroline can vouch for this because when we were filming St Chad's last week, we kept bumping into Caroline. Not the other vloggers, but particularly Caroline. And I'd got these two in tow with me on a couple of occasions because we've been shopping. And when confronted with the trainee in real life, Caroline dryly looked at me and she said, "He is as mad in real life, isn't he?" So there you go, your reputation precedes
But
you.
it's my normal. I got diagnosed, didn't I?
Yes.
By Des
yes,
while doing the benches.
Yes. Did you see on the news last week they were talking about overdiagnosis of people with ADHD? Well, they'd published the quiz in the newspapers.
No. Before that.
Yes. No, it wasn't. It was after.
No, it
We
wasn't.
did the ADHD
It was
after, before, something. Anyway.
I love our anniversaries.
There won't be another one at this point.
So we got the survey that they printed in the press. So we went through the questions and asked all the questions. So we concluded conclusively that he got ADHD. And then when he went out painting benches with his bench painting buddies, they decided that they were all neurodiverse. Aren't
It's
you?
a club, you know.
It's a club, you know. It's a very exclusive club. I'm getting very warm.
It is warm. I've just opened. I'm going to open that one as well.
Yes,
You
please.
see, I wasn't there yesterday, and Des missed me because it makes them feel good about themselves when I turn up. They realise they're not as
Nutty as they thought they were.
neurodiverse as I am.
Yes, he's definitely neurodiverse. Yeah, so big shout out for Joanne. I think Joanne must have popped off somewhere because she's not commented. Big shout out for Joanne, who is doing a head shave for Trinity Hospice.
Yes, well done.
On the 29th of May. So if anybody wants to sponsor her, I've already been and done my sponsorship. You can pop some money in to either CJ's, into Happy Days Amusements, or into Chris Higgitt's. They've got the sponsorship form. So we've done the charming, we've done Why We Do Gladys, that's next on my list. I've done the apology. Oh, now this was a nice one. This was a nice one. I got a comment on one of my videos. It was on one about storms. And Ches Clayton says, I started watching your vlogs about 6 months ago, and as a result, we are currently looking to buy a property in Cleveland. We currently live in Greater Manchester and have been visiting Cleveland when we can. Is there any residential area you would recommend?
Do they want to know where we live? And
Yeah,
then
I
they
would
keep away?
avoid kind of, ear distance.
It's not the
of
first
us.
time people have said that, though, is
No,
it?
lots
To be
of
fair.
people have said that. Lots of people have said that. And I have to say, it was 1999 when we bought this house. So that's
A lot of years into it.
24 years that we've had it. And I still feel as lucky today living here as I did when we first bought it. Do you?
And the only
Yes.
mistake we made.
It's not doing
we
it
didn't-
earlier.
We didn't come earlier.
Yeah, absolutely. So if you're brave enough and you can afford it and you can sort a job out, I would highly recommend it. Highly recommend it. And if you're not brave enough, do it anyway.
And there's lots of
We
community.
weren't brave enough.
There's
We
lots of
weren't
community
brave,
groups
no.
that you can join, isn't there?
We weren't especially brave, but because we sort of made that leap slowly, it all slotted into place eventually.
If ever there's a family that you would have thought would never have moved because you don't take risks.
Oh God,
or
no. No.
We were never the family to take risks, and we
We're
just
we're
felt
still
safe and
oh
thought, can't do that. Well,
no.
that was us that made the move. So if we can, you can.
Absolutely. So Aldo has popped a question on while we were talking, and he says he's been watching the St Chad's videos and he's heard that the Lindeen is coming down as well. Is that right? Well, yes, it is.
Correct.
Right, but not yet. So apparently the story is, and this is not a story, this is fact, that the owner is developing the St Chad's site first, and then is going to, once the hotel is built, flatten the Lindeen and rebuild the Lindeen. So it's one at a time, not both together. Because obviously they'll need to keep earning money to pay for the other one. So I have a little bit of news from the garden. All say, Crispy the duck went to the vets yesterday and didn't come back, unfortunately. Muffin's been on his routinely 6-weekly visit to see Andrew for his bladder. So I said, take the duck with you while you're going, because it had a bit of an accident last week. It got by something, and we're not quite sure what, are we? I would suspect possibly the sparrowhawk, looking at it. So Crispy is now deceased, unfortunately, but we did our best. We tried. We did what we could.
And we did what was best for him.
Yes, we did.
Because we were prepared to pay for any bills and look after him.
Yeah. So Crispy is R.I.P. But Mary is rising from the ashes. Now that's another story, isn't it, Gladys?
I'm not doing Mary. You can forget it.
Go on.
No.
So currently the royal we are building Mary.
You got a picture.
You got a picture?
Jerry.
You have. Do you want to get it on your phone, Gladys?
Will you be able to see it on your phone?
So,
Well, speaking of phone calls, didn't I have a daft one this morning? Where's my phone?
So we have started building a collaborative team effort, a collaborative Cleveley's team effort, which is going to be a Cleveley's in Bloom installation that's coming to a town centre near you very soon. So watch this space, I'll keep you posted. That's what he'd gone running off to the shops for, looking for some paint. So the Sainsbury's man turned up this morning with not only a ton of toilet rolls. He walked down the path with his trolley and his trugs and said, "What's that?" Carol says, "You're as mad as a March hare, Kevin." I don't know what she means.
What?
I don't know what she means.
You can show him that one later.
Oh, goodness me. Well, do you want me to show him while we're here?
No, I'm going to show
We're showing Mary, are we?
Mary.
Right, so this is Mary. This is Mary coming to life, this. So he's catched the pallets from the builder's supplies, which is just
It will
over
probably
here.
come. Let me get that other one, because on that kind of screen it'll look better.
The piece of curved wood is an offcut that was in our garage, and the planks are a catch from the council.
That'll look better on widescreen.
The planks are a catch from the council.
Don't zoom in.
So this is Mary's bed coming to life. It probably means absolutely nothing to you at the moment. It probably means absolutely nothing to Kevin at the moment.
It means nothing
But
to me.
that is what he's building, and it's coming to a town centre near you. So just remember what it looks like now, because when it gets into the town centre,
And the
it
delivery
will
man
look
from
nothing
Sainsbury's
like
was
it.
very
I thought he
honoured.
was building a sledge. So before and after. This is when we look like two young children. And when Kevin had got lots of very dark hair. I think I've got dark hair actually underneath there, if you look. I grew my hair. I'd had it really short like that. And I grew it just like it is now, but brown, because I wanted to put a thing on my head. Can you hear him laughing? Can you hear him laughing?
Have you got one of the father of the bride?
Oh yes, the father of the bride was quite a good-looking chap, wasn't he?
Mm.
Back in the day. Right, let's have a look at these comments. Emma says the one thing I love about Cleveland is the community. Absolutely, absolutely. Christine wants to know if the frogs are okay. Well, I've got about a dozen tadpoles, I reckon. Emma says the volunteers are so enthusiastic, from cleaning the beach to the streets. Well done. Crispy wants to know whether I'm doing any more hotel reviews. Peter says, and still beautiful. I'll take it that you're referring to me, Peter, and not Kevin.
It's genetic.
Lorraine says, please share your photos on the Facebook page. I will get my able assistant to pop it on afterwards. If you're not in the Facebook group, you need to join it in Brew at Tool Chat.
The marriage.
The marriage one.
I'll share it on your messenger.
Can't you just put it in Brew at Tool?
Here we go again.
Do you know, you ask him to do one simple thing and you get a load of arguing.
I will see if I can do that right now.
On Sunday the 9th of July, New Spy says, it is the Christie Manchester to Blackpool bike ride. Here's an idea for a video. Well, I could send Kevin, couldn't I? I've never seen him again. 26 for Steve and Donna tomorrow. Are you as challenged as I am? Challenged, I think, is the word. Anyway, going back to the bats.
You asked, I delivered.
There you go. So if you're in the Brew at Tour chat group, you'll be able to see the wedding photo. If you're not, you need to join it, because that's where we put all our chatter. So this is from David Scott. And at a glance, that I looked at that and thought, oh, is that Torquay or somewhere like that? Somewhere down south. And it's actually one of our Brew at Tour mugs in British Columbia in Canada.
Wow.
British Columbia. And he says, my reporting on the hotel fire at Hackett's was very good, and he expects the BBC to offer me a job.
Oh, it was very good.
Translations underneath the bottom. You need captions, wouldn't you? You need captions underneath, subtitles, and you'd also need me to be. It would have to be news in between the hours of 10 and 4, because I'm not keen on going out.
So could be BBC Scotland, and BBC Barnsley.
BBC Barnsley. I've got some drawing pins underneath here, so I'm going to stick this on our board. Oh goodness, that's a good view, isn't it? We've got another one here. Look, I think that was Gary that sent that one, but Gary lives in Canada as well, but that wasn't Canada, and I can't remember where it is. I ought to write on it really, didn't I? David Scott, British Columbia. I write it on. And then we know.
Sacrilege.
I'll have to put Canada as well, because I'll not remember where British Columbia is. Being geographically challenged. Right, there you go. So we'll stick that one right in the middle. And then, you know...
Nice board to have that,
It is, it's lovely. And I've got another box down here. If you're wondering where your cards and letters and things are, I've got another box here that's full of stuff.
I'd like Eric to give me permission to put his calligraphy on there. I bet it won't.
There you go. Right in the middle. So if you want to remind me, Gary, where your cup is, and I'll write. I'll write it on there. Right, so that's that. And yes, you know, we were talking about scams and all those scams and things. Well, this is, I don't think this is a scam, but I just thought, I opened it and I thought, what was that phone call you had this morning?
Sky Assurance.
Oh, is this for the internet that keeps going off?
No, we are not part of Sky. We are, I can't do it. If I do an Indian accent, are you going to take the mic and say it's
No.
from Birmingham?
No, go on.
You're not.
Go on.
Hello, Mr. Littlewood. This is from Sky Assurance. I would like to talk to you about the new
That's not bad, actually. Carry on.
about the new contract you have coming up. I says, I haven't got Sky. Oh no, we nothing to do with Sky. We Sky Assurance. So says, I've got you. So you're not part of Sky. You just insure anything like washing machines and things like that. Yes. When was the last time you? I can't do this. When was the last time? You're renewed. I can't do it. Anyway, ask me when the last time was a renewed contract. It's not funny. And I said, where are you from? London. So I looked him up on the, I said, right, I've just looked you up. And I says, Google says it's a scam. We know scam. We Sky Assurance. I says, I'll call you back. What's your number? I can't ring you back. And then it went. Now, anyway, we told you last time, I think, that if you get a scam call, dial 7726 on your mobile. So this was on the landline, and I tried to dial 7726. And it doesn't recognise it on the landline.
Well, it'll not do, will it?
Because it's not a mobile.
A mobile. He's a rookie scientist. Richard says, do a Cockney accent like him. Richard Ayres, you know Richard that we see in Cleveland.
I can't because he's Cockney and he'll know.
No, go on, do it. Go on.
Meal bamboo. It's same, isn't it?
That's possibly the worst Cockney accent I've ever heard.
What does he want me to say in Cockney? Come on, Richard, what do you want me to say in Cockney?
Aldo says, I know we have a chuckle on Brew at 2, but on a serious note, you both seem totally perfect for each other.
Actually, that's what one of our friends said.
And after 31 years, you're doing something right.
I posted that picture.
I'm going to have to go and get some tissue. My eyes are running.
I'm going
I've
to
got a ton of them down here, haven't I?
I'm going to have to read. Oh, where could I possibly get some tissue from?
let me just crack up in a toilet roll.
Oh.
In fact, I'll use the ones that we're using. I'll save these for best. Talk among yourselves while I just find myself.
Do you know,
if
only I knew how to use Facebook.
And I have to cut packet open like that so that I can reuse plastic bag, and that drives them both mad. For rubbish, not for toilet roll.
So this is it. Posted that picture on Facebook, and all the friends said, "Oh, happy anniversary! Happy anniversary! Oh, what a lovely photograph! Best wishes for many more." And somebody who we know very well, said, happy anniversary to you both. You deserve each other in every way. Take that how you will.
I'd already told him once.
Oh. Did you read that out?
No, but I didn't quite get it right, but I told him just.
Oh. Tell me next time.
Anyway, moving on. You know how this sort of hour always turns into a trip round Spaghetti Junction? And you've got to be really on your toes to actually keep up to it and find out exactly what we're talking about. Well, this is what it's like in our house all the time. All the time.
I know, but you don't give him that face online that you give me offline, do you?
I do give you it online.
Go on then. Oh, that's bitter.
And every 10 minutes, you've got to stop what you're saying and recap slowly so they can catch up.
Oh, I've got a bit of lemon stuck in my teeth.
Anyway, what I was going to tell you was...
Is there a script?
Sort of. What I was going to tell you was that I had a letter this week from Fauna and Flora International. And it says, it's very serious. Be serious.
Sorry.
It says, all signs suggest that African pangolin numbers are falling off a cliff. We need to mobilise immediately, or the damage to their population could be fatal. Can you spare anything for the African pangolin?
Yes, a mattress at the bottom of the cliff. Or a trampoline.
I mean, you know, I've heard it all now. We're trying to raise
I bet
money
you
for
haven't.
African pangolins.
But you've not.
I thought when I saw it, I opened it and I went, I gave that sucking a lemon face. I went, oh, what next? And I thought I'm going to have to save this one for Brew at 2 because it's about as daft as it gets. Isn't it?
Anyway, boys.
And girls.
Have you, and girls, well, suppose, but have you tried using ChatGPT to write your wedding anniversary message? Dude,
Is that what you did?
no. But I did think about it.
Oh dear, I don't know.
Please write me a romantic message to my wife on our 31st wedding anniversary.
Well, I'd have been able to see straight through all that, wouldn't I? So today is sour sweet. So I'm going to give you an opportunity to decide what it is that we're going to do today. So let's see what we've already done.
I'm going to have to smash your in there.
We've done
Can I go and get some water?
if you're quick.
If I'm quick.
We've done one of the chili chocolates. And we've done the toxic waste. So we don't want them. So we've got, this is where you're going to have to choose this one. So listen carefully and then write in the comments which one you want and I'll try and keep up and get the right one. So I've got brain blasters. I've got barrel blasters. I've got brain burners. They sound disgusting. I've got the Barrett Super Sours. My face. I've got some nuclear sludge. I've got some sour popping candy, which can be quite entertaining because they're quite noisy. And I've got some nuclear fusion. So if you'd like to comment which one you'd like me to try today, and then I will oblige when I've done waffling. When I've done waffling. They all look equally revolting. I'll tell you the things I let myself in for. I think there's something sticky underneath. Oh, it's blue tack. It's a little blob of blue tack underneath the bottom of the thing. Right, so I've had a very interesting fortnight. I've been to the opening of the Gruffalo, as you probably saw on my vlog, which was very interesting, I must admit. And I was even more thrilled. What?
No, I know Rosie Webster.
Rosie Webster.
Something else.
Yeah. So I met Rosie Webster. And had a look around in the Gruffalo attraction. Went for a walk around the areas which I probably wasn't supposed to walk around.
Oh, you're naughty girl.
And was even more pleased to be the only vlogger there.
Exclusive.
Exclusive. And there was the son. The son was sat with her ages talking to him. So yeah, so that was very
I was
interesting.
just thinking, son of who?
The son was talking to Kate Shane, not
Son the paper.
yeah. It's another bank holiday on Monday. It's really been like waiting for a bus, hasn't it? Because we've had the coronation, we've had early May bank holiday, and now we've got another one. And when we got married, it was the weekend of the bank holiday, was it not? I don't know, I can't remember.
Oh, like this.
It was the Saturday, the 23rd of May, when we got married.
I don't know.
It was the Saturday. So we've got another bank holiday on Monday, so that's nice. That's another short week. And tomorrow we've got a very interesting meeting with the Russell Beach group.
Haven't we?
Haven't we? So we've currently got, you will be aware that the country has just gone through a tranche of elections. And we've got a brand new leader at our council and a brand new chief executive. So it's a new broom sweeping clean. So we struck while the iron was hot, and Kevin invited them.
I hope they don't watch this.
Kevin invited them to come and talk to us at the Russell Beach group meeting and tell us all about what they're going to do, and all about how local government works, and all about how we can all work together to make our wonderful town even more wonderful than it already is. Exactly. So I'm right looking forward to that, because I've met the leader once to say hello to, and that was it. And none of us have met the new chief executive, because she's that new. She'll be gleaming with a bow around her neck. She will. She'll be shining, won't she?
I'll have to take her out at box before
Yeah,
she speaks.
exactly. So none of us know either of them. So it'll be very interesting.
I think it's
It's a
quite.
good opportunity.
I think it's quite privileged access to the people at the top.
I think it's a good opportunity. So if anybody wants to come along, it's open to anybody. It's open to anybody that has got an interest in our lovely town and how it functions and operates and how it can be improved.
And £1 to get in.
Yes, it's £1 to get in. You can have a brew and a biscuit. I've got the biscuits ready. I've hidden them out of the way of the piggy wiggy, as I call him. So Brenda, can you remember the milk?
If Nora was here, she'd be taking that off you.
Yes, she would. I'll put it down, shall I?
You're fiddling.
So yes, 2:30 at the community centre on Beach Road. It's the start of a bright and shiny future for Cleveland. Is that not right?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. So I'm quite looking forward to it, actually. I think it'll be interesting. Because the machinations, we watch television and you think you've got an idea of how government and your local areas are run. And actually, when you start digging down into it, you've got no idea, have you?
Well,
Don't you think?
if you believe what's in the newspaper and on telly.
Especially for us, because we're what's called a two-tier authority. So Wyre Council is our borough council. So they're responsible for some services and some things. But then they report to Lancashire County Council, which is the first tier authority, which does the highways and the schools and social services and all that kind of stuff. So it gets quite complicated.
So if you're listening in Brisbane, wake up.
Yes, exactly. If I put you to sleep, Peter. If I put you to sleep. But it'll be interesting. It'll be interesting. Yeah. It will, I'm sure it will. So, right, where did we get to then? What did we get to with the sweets?
Happy birthday to you.
So, we've got popping candy, brain burners, brain blasters, popping candy. Oh, I think it's popping candy. Popping candy, barrel blasters, brain blasters. It's quite a lot for popping candy. Quite a lot for popping candy. I think we'll do popping candy.
Is it popping candy or just popping candy?
It's sour. It's noisy.
I think they've let you off.
It's sour.
I think they've let you off this week. I think they're feeling sorry for you because it's your anniversary. Feeling sorry for you because it's your anniversary.
Oh, 3 packets in. So there's watermelon, blue raspberry, and green apple. Now I feel fairly confident in saying that green apple will be the sourest. So I'll do that. I'll do that. You've been nice to me, so I'll give you the. We'll save the other two for another day, and see what they're like. It's making me go like that already. And I'm not
Do
even
you think
opened it yet.
Brain Burner or Brain Blaster will have any effect on me whatsoever?
No, because you need a brain for that.
Exactly.
Right, are you ready? Now, from past experience, I know that I need to share this with you. I need to get up close and personal with the camera and go like that so that you can hear the full sound effects. Are you ready? Are you ready?
Just a minute, can I? Because I'll not get if I don't. Go on, I'm listening.
This is getting quite awful, isn't it? It goes too squashed up to the camera.
I'm listening.
Are you ready?
Get to microphone.
Oh, horrible. Right. Oh, sour.
Ooh.
Oh, it's making me slaver.
Take a still of this one. Take a still frame. You could put this one on a loop. Go and do it again.
It's bright green.
Did I marry that? Should we take another selfie?
Oh, potato.
Oh dear. Thank you, everybody.
Carol says give some to Kevin.
That's okay. It's okay.
Go on. No, you do it.
It's fine.
You do it.
Oh dear, I've dropped it on the floor. Packet's empty now. The packet's empty.
Come on. You do it.
It's I've seriously dropped it on the floor.
You're lying sod.
Dropped it on the floor. You've got a program to do.
I have, yeah. Give me my packet back. You've got another two. Come on.
Well then. No, you've got.
Open wide.
You've only,
Open wide.
You've only got 5 minutes.
Open
left.
wide.
Okay then, give it to me. What was her name? Tell me a name. How much did you put in?
Come on. Tippy tippy. Go on. Be brave. And you need to chew it. It's not very brave, is it? Look at his
Wedding photo.
I can hear you crackling.
I can feel it crackling. Oh, and you get a bit of apple at the end, don't you?
You like that?
Lovely.
There's a little bit left if anybody wants it. Oh no, there's not. Sorry, he's finished it. He's finished it. It's all gone.
Oh, thanks.
It's all gone.
Oh, thanks.
So there you go. There you go.
I
Right, where would you put that on the scale then?
I very nearly ran the clock down there. Sadly.
Where would you put that on the scale?
Do you know what? I've had an idea.
I think I'd put it probably somewhere round about in the middle. I'll stick it on. I'll stick it onto the dribble.
Now, who was it that suggested that I do that?
Carol, I think.
Well, Carol, you need to send a video into Brew at 2
Have you doing
of
it?
you doing it.
Have you doing it? You've done it now, lass. You've done it now, lass. Right.
Oh.
I think we'll put that one in the middle.
Oh. Oh.
I'll stick it over the sticky bit. It's
What were those?
toxic waste.
Mm.
Yeah. They're not as bad
It's
as
the
some
sour.
of them. Well, exactly. That's
It's the
what.
sour
point.
sour challenge, isn't it?
That's the point, Kevin.
Ah, sour
He's like
challenge.
lightning, isn't he? He's like lightning. Right, birthdays.
But aren't
Without
some
any
of
more
them
ado.
aren't some of them like chili hot?
Yes.
Yeah, I thought so.
Yes. Yeah, some of them are just foul.
Oh.
Some of them are... We'll come back to that another day. We'll come back to that another time. Can't say I especially like that.
Tell you what you ought to do. You ought to give Gladys some.
Yes, we'll give Gladys some. That'll be very interesting. Let me write that down.
I can see it now.
So can I.
Oh, my bum! It's burning me. No!
Do you know, if our neighbours are listening to us doing this...
That's trouble when it's all you've got to have windows open. It's a quiet neighbourhood.
Apart from him.
Oh dear.
Right, drum roll. It's our grand finale now. It's our grand finale now because it's time for birthdays.
Oh right, okay.
It's time for birthdays. Would you like to put your birthday spectacles on? Not your
Yes.
Blackpool ones. Where's the birthday ones?
I'll have to listen to whose they are because I'll not be able to see otherwise.
No, you can put them over at top of your glasses. Right, there you go. We've got the birthday clown in residence. So
royalty
we've
to me.
already apologised to Linda Cooper, whose birthday was on the 18th of May. So happy birthday to Linda.
Happy birthday, Linda.
23rd of May today, it is Diane Roscoe's birthday. So happy birthday, Diane.
Happy birthday,
I hope the
Diane.
sun's shining for you wherever you are. Wherever you are. John Waite is 65 tomorrow on the
Wow.
24th of May. So
Happy birthday, John.
That's a big birthday. I think that deserves a clap, that one, John. For
The older
big
you get, the
numbers.
younger you get.
Donna and Stephen Blythe's wedding anniversary tomorrow as well, which we've already mentioned. And then on the 25th of May, it's Alice's birthday. Don't say it if anybody's thinking it. And she's Terry Burkett's granddaughter. She's Terry Burkett's granddaughter.
Happy birthday, Alice.
On the 26th of May, it's Gary Benson's birthday.
Happy birthday, Gary.
And on the 29th of May, it's Stephen Hunt's birthday from Chesterfield,
Wow.
where they have a leaning spire. Is that
Happy
not right?
birthday.
Perhaps doesn't
Stephen.
lean that much, but it's...
You're exaggerating.
off
It's
straight,
got a
yeah.
seed pod on Blackpool front.
So the next one definitely needs a round of applause because
Really?
it does,
it?
absolutely, because on the 1st of May, on Monday, it's our super mod Crispy's birthday.
Oh,
So
crispy.
happy birthday, Crispy.
Happy birthday.
So if anybody's feeling like they've been unfairly, go on, what do you call it?
Done by. What are you trying to
What's
say?
the word?
What's it in relation to a whisper?
Oh, yeah. Anyway, if anybody's feeling like they've been unfairly discriminated against,
Huh?
Crispy's been with us right from the very beginning, and he's the one who keeps you all under control when we're on the live streams. On the 4th of June, it's Claire Healy's birthday, so happy birthday to Claire.
Happy birthday, Claire.
And on the 10th of June, it's Anne Allen's birthday, so that's a lot of birthdays, isn't it?
Happy birthday,
That's a
Anne.
lot of birthdays. And while we're on the subject of the 10th of June, I've got some bad news for you. The next Brew at 2 is on the 13th of June, which is 3 weeks.
You couldn't find Gladys. Oh.
3 weeks. And that's because we were a little bit Katie cornered this year because we'd already set the dates for the Care for Cleveley's meetups. And if you remember, we went to fortnightly because I needed to be able to do it alternate. Because when you get to my age and you're as knackered as I am, it's too much, you know, doing it all
I've
in
only
one
just
day.
found this out myself.
Well, I only just found it out this morning when I worked my dates out, and I looked at my calendar. So the next one's on the 13th of June, and it was all to do with that. It was all to do with fitting in round it.
Don't not last 3 weeks.
Well, they'll have to do. They'll have to do. But the good news is that
Shall we do something special for a month?
on the 13th of June, Gladys will be back. We'll invite Gladys.
Oh, we'll do Super Sour Challenge with Gladys then.
We'll do.
We'll make it up to you.
Yeah, we'll make it up to you. We'll make it up to you. Fiona says I forgot her birthday. Why have I forgotten your birthday, Fiona? I shouldn't have forgotten your birthday.
Fiona Crockett.
Yes. Are you on Miley? Are you on Miley? When's your birthday, Fiona? We can't go until
Come on,
we've
Fiona.
remembered Fiona. We can't go until we've got that one. I don't appear to have you on my calendar. Don't forget, people, I have a calendar. And if you want to be on the birthday calendar, the best thing to do is to send me an email to jane@therabbitpatch.co.uk.
Happy birthday, Fiona.
Us Fiona.
Is it Fiona Crockett?
26th of May. Oh, my birthday's on the 26th of May. You see, this is the thing. I'm trying to talk, keep him under control and read comments at the same time. It's Fiona's on the 26th of May.
How does Christine know 26th?
Because it says 26th up there, but I've missed it because I'm juggling. And while I'm up there, James Thornber wants to know where I got the popping candy from. There's a shop, a sweet shop in the Hounshill Shopping Centre called Master Henry's. And I bought it in there. So happy birthday, Fiona.
Yes.
And James Thornber, oh, here we go. James Thornber's is on the 3rd of October. Right, let's write that down while we're here. Because, you see, the problem is that if I've got people sending me messages at all times of the night and day in all kinds of different platforms, I'm inevitably going to miss them, aren't I? I would champion at the multitasking, Aldo says. I'm not quite sure about that. So I think...
Sorry, I buzzed.
Just behave with that.
It's a...
Do you know?
You've a marathon. You've done a marathon today.
Yesterday at tea time, I said to him, are you going to put your phone down and eat your tea? Or was it today? I think it was today, wasn't it? It's like having a child. Right, we shall conclude. I hope you've enjoyed that. It has been a little bit of a marathon today, hasn't it?
It has.
So, without any more ado...
A nut in every bite.
Smiling is infectious. You catch it like the flu. When someone smiled at me today, I started smiling too. I passed around the corner and someone saw my grin. And when he smiled, I realised I passed it on to him. So if you feel a smile begin, don't leave it undetected. Let's start an epidemic, quick, and get the world infected. See you again on
Bye,
the
everybody.
13th of June. See you later.
Counting down the
Bye.
days.